guys get the shot. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, you want to push.
You might pass us or you might pass.
Toll road here, and I'm still in Honolulu, Hawaii. And we are about to do something pretty cool today. We're about to take a dive on the Atlantis Submarine. We're gonna take the boat out into the ocean. So all of you kids out there, all of you buckaroos, all of you everything, prepare for dive on the toll road. Yeah, look at all this. Can you see all that bait? The Atlantis Submarine is located right on Waikiki near the Hilton Vacation Village. Kind of easy to spot when you go through there. You'll see their pier, walk on out, and prepare for dive. The cost of this ride is, I believe, about $167, and I do think right now they're offering a special where with every paid adult, a child can go for free. And one of the kind of cool things about this whole submarine ride is actually not even the submarine. It's taking the ferry out to where the submarine is moored out there. So they're not using all of the submarine's battery on ferrying people back and forth. They use another ship to take you out there, and that ride itself is pretty darn good. And there's Hawaii behind me. I am prepared for dive. Especially on a fairly clear day like this, this is one of the best ways to see the coastline and the skyline of the city of Honolulu and Waikiki, and even seeing Diamond Head. Look how beautiful that is. So we are on the first dive of the day, and that is the submarine you'll see on the left. The ship on the right is a sport vehicle. It's the only vehicle that can communicate via radio with the sub. And this is the largest non-military passenger submarine in the world. Aloha!
Turn around and face that ladder.
We are 5 feet underwater. The whole sub to myself.
You guys ready?
Yes.
Alright, go ahead and put your seatbelts on right underneath your seat. Just grab the big silver. We have our pilots here. This is Captain Steven. In the back, we have our co-pilot, Captain Sabrina. And I'll be chatting with you. Know your face from the dock. My name is Erica. If you guys have any questions, feel free to shout.
Including the shuttle to and from the submarine, the entire experience lasts about 2 hours, with 45 minutes of that spent deep undersea.
At the same time, because there's 6 pyramids out here, so we're going to pass right through the middle, put 3 on each side. So these are artificial reefs. That doesn't mean that anything growing on them or swimming around them is artificial, though. It just means that the structures themselves are man-made structures. These in particular are actually ancient remains of Hawaii's very first Hawaiian ABC source. I'm just kidding. It's just a really cool experiment that we did at the University of Hawaii. Essentially, before Atlantis spent a lot of money seeking biology.
The seabed out here actually was initially pretty barren, but Atlantis purchased a few items including an airplane and actually a ship they got from the Navy, the Yo 257, which served action in World War II, Korea, and Vietnam. They purposely sunk it and used it as an artificial reef, and now there are just all kind of fish swimming around.
Where they use them in Hawaii, we just use ours for coral growth, kind of like our butterfly fish playgrounds.
Cell reception's terrible down here. Cell reception's terrible.
Lots of little village spots, lots of little puka or holes that they can hide in.
That's awesome.
Butterfly fish stuff hanging out.
Big fish up there.
Millet seed butterflies, the pennant butterflies, and the predators who are the giant trevally. Those are the big silverfish. They're related to jacks. Got beautiful visibility today.
Yeah, it's cool. Okay, here is the sunken airplane I was telling you about. It's going to be pretty cool. We're going to see a fish swim right through the fuselage of it. And what else is nice, that if you're on, say, the right side and you're passing the airplane on the left, you don't have to worry because they swing around, so both sides get to see same things. Well, except, you know, you get some random fish go by one side, they can't control that, but in general, everybody gets to see everything.
Oh yeah, there is a big one, but he's the one we're looking for.
Here we've touched down on the ocean floor, and we're at our, I believe, maximum depth. We're at 109 feet below the surface.
Passenger area in there. It's also called Ta'ape. Did you guys get the shot? That was pretty cool.
Yeah, you want to push.
He's not. This was essentially a huge floating gas station that the military used all throughout the Pacific. And it was used up until the late 80s, and it was finally decommissioned. We were able to purchase it at a Navy auction, brought it back over here, cut huge squares and rectangles down in the sides.
Look at all those fish.
Sinking in 1989. So this is roughly about 35 years of coral growth could look like at around 70 feet deep. It is a super slow process. Most of our corals are hard stony coral species. They only grow about a quarter of an inch to 1 inch every year.
So is that a buoy up top?
Yeah, that's a line to a buoy. Yeah, if you guys are wondering what that chain is for in the middle of the ship, it's connected to a mooring wall. That way, when scuba divers and free divers come up here, they can attach the ropes right there instead of worrying about dropping any anchors, crushing any coral. We don't have to worry about dodging any anchor lines. Yeah, it's pretty rare to see any anchors out here, but we have tug nutting off on the surface. That's where our surface officers are hanging out. So we can always communicate to them while we're down here. If we see any anchor lines, they'll just ride over on the skiff and tell them, hey, use the mooring wall instead. So it's usually pretty good. Most everyone out here knows where it is. But it is pretty cool to see scuba divers on the dive site with us. Looks pretty empty today though. It's a beautiful diving day. You can see those little
Even though they were able to buy this ship from the Navy for a mere $1, it took them about $1 million, maybe even a little more, to make it safe to put underwater like this. You had to get rid of any contaminants in there, you know, oil or lead paint or anything like that. So they had to strip it down before it was sunk, and that cost a pretty penny.
once we do finish our San Pedro pass here, we got to start making our way back to our surfacing location. But just because we passed our structures, definitely keep an eye out.
Oh yeah. We got torpedoes to take care of.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What's going on?
The underwater transducer, and we'll see if our surface officers with us all here once they see that level. You guys be all clear once we're all tied up to the discovery.
Well, we survived 100 feet below the sea, and our reward is a view of Diamond Head. And one of the last highlights of the whole tour is taking the shuttle back into Waikiki. You get to see the Atlantis make its descent after they load the next group of passengers down there. You'll see it slowly lower down into the Pacific Ocean as they begin their journey deep beneath the sea. And that's going to do it for the toll road here at the Atlantis Submarine Adventure right in Waikiki, Honolulu, Hawaii. And